Hi. Actually, this is our unit in Liverpool. It's actually our warehouse, so you won't often see me here, but I do come sometimes and taking my mask off. So we've been thinking about the UK market, particularly the UK market with our inverters. It's going to be huge. It's going to be absolutely huge. We were talking about the future, and the future, obviously, by 2025, then no more house builds will have gas. Gas cannot be used in new builds. By 2030 is another key date. If you rent a house, you can no longer rent a house if it's got gas in it. So they are big dates. The problem we've got is the only alternative way of gas heating is electric, and we can use heat pumps. Well, heat pumps are fantastic, and they're probably twice as efficient, if not more efficient, than the conventional electric heating. They work very, very well, especially sort of airborne, and there's obviously different types of heat pumps, but we'll just focus on air type heat pump. But that's all great, but then we look at the cost of gas. Gas typically is about 3.5 pence a kilowatt hour, compared to electricity is 18p a kilowatt hour. So if we get something that doubles its efficiency, it means we're going to be paying 9p per kilowatt hour for electricity. They're an equivalent. And we're still paying 3 to 4 pence for gas. That means our fuel bills are going to double. So our electricity bill will double with normal electricity. So this is crazy. People are not going to be able to afford it. So the only way this is going to be possible is if you start looking at the tariffs, the Octopus Agile. Now the Octopus Agile, I'll show more about how it works, but it has low rates and then it has peak rates suddenly. By using a battery, we can basically have zero consumption during the peak rate. And in theory, we're going to do some calculations, we're going to do some overlaying, we're going to put some data loggers in a number of houses, and we'll have more facts and figures very soon. But in theory, we should be able to halve your electricity bill. That means in real terms is the cost of heating your house with electricity as opposed to heating your house with gas will be the same. Now, if we add solar into the equation, then you're going to be better off. So if you can put a solar array, which will compensate us even more, then the cost of using electricity will reduce. Now you're going to be using a lot more electricity, especially with electric cars and electric vehicles. And when you compare at the moment, here's something to think about, especially for us in the UK. If you fill your car full of gasoline, petrol, then it costs about £80 typically to fill. Maybe some people say it's 100, some people might say it's 50, but let's say £80. So it costs me to fill my car. That's about £10 of actual fuel. The rest is tax. Now, if you fill the same mileage with electricity, it costs about £10 because they haven't got the tax. So the government's going to lose the tax. I wonder if the government's going to tax electricity in the same way as gasoline. There's something to think about, and this is why the future, the battery is got to be the future of everything we're doing in the UK. We'll talk more next week.